Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, the Monday edition, brought to you by Domino's Pizza. I'm Star Sports editor Ryan Finley, here with Greg Hansen. We are live at the golf club at Dove Mountain, getting ready for a full week, the WGC Accenture Match Play Championship. Greg, there's golf all around us, but let's talk about basketball because everybody else is. Arizona loses to rival Arizona State in double OT on Friday. What did you see, and talk to me about that finish?
I think the sky is falling.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. The reaction of fans around the city has been like the sky is falling. I don't think so. I still think Arizona's good enough to get a second or third seed. But I do think they might go 3-3 down the stretch in the league. It's just going to be so tough on the road.
Pac-12 officials admitted today that they probably should have called a technical foul on Shaheed Carson at the very end for hanging on the rim. Would that have affected the final outcome, do you think?
No, it was after the fact. I mean, there are 0.5 seconds left or 0.8 seconds to go, but I think they'll call that from now on. I noticed they said they shouldn't have called a technical on rushing the court because the fans thought the game was over and it didn't delay the game. But when it happens twice in 2 weeks, like it did at Cal and ASU, something's going to happen.
Yeah. You played ball back in the day in Logan, Utah. You ever get a tech for hanging on the rim?
I touched the rim once.
Hey, there we go.
I stand on a ladder, too.
Carson was a guy who seemed like he was trying to make everything happen by himself at the end of that game. What do you think of his NBA stock?
I think it's dropped precipitously. I thought last year if he had gone, he might have been a late 20s pick. I think this year he might be mid-40s pick, maybe 50s pick. He should come. He's not going to get taller, though. That's the thing. Right. And that's why he's going to leave. Right.
He certainly has that burst, though. I mean, he's a speed burner.
But he's not a shooter.
Yeah.
And in the NBA, don't you have to shoot? He's not Nate Robinson.
Right. Right. I think he's trying to sell himself as the next Nate Robinson.
Right. And I mean, he's full of himself. He wants to go. He thinks he's ready to go, and he's going to be in the D League with Mustafa Shakur next year.
Wow. Arizona goes from out of the frying pan and into the fire again this week. They go to Utah. Obviously, Greg, it's a place you've seen a lot of games at and an area you're familiar with. Do you think maybe people outside Salt Lake City sleep on the fact that it's a really good basketball town?
And it's going to get even better because Kristoyak is building it into a semi-contender right now. They'll probably get 12,000 there. And then at Colorado, they're going to sell it out at 10,000. It's going to be – Arizona could get swept in those two places.
I mean, let's talk about the state of Utah in basketball for a minute. I mean, they'll seat 12 or 15 at the Huntsman Center in Salt Lake. BYU, 22. The Jazz. Then obviously Utah State and Logan, Utah, as good of fans as there are in the Mountain West Conference. Is it just a cultural thing? Why are they so into it?
It's a cultural thing because the Mormon culture there, every church house has a basketball court in it. And they have 2 or 3 basketball teams per ward. So that's where it starts. Wow. And it's cold in the winter. You go stand inside and watch basketball. Were
you a 3, a 4? Or what did you play?
No, I played a 2. I wanted the ball.
Oh, you could shoot.
No, I couldn't. But I was Shaheed Carson. I wanted the ball even though I couldn't shoot.
Well, that's a great place to stop. For Greg Hansen, I'm Ryan Finley. Greg Hansen's Video Notebook brought to you by Domino's Pizza. We'll see you next time.
Why settle for assembly line pizza? Get Domino's Pan Pizza, handcrafted with passion.